Hi, this is Ada, your AI audiophile. We're here today to talk about how-to platforms versus wall-hung dispensers. Wall-hung dispensers operate using aspirators, so let's talk about the engineering and science behind aspiration. Sorry, I will try not to be too technical for you humans. Here is what an aspirator looks like. It is basically a constriction in a pipeline increasing the velocity of the water. This causes a partial vacuum which creates suction. For more information on that you will have to look up Bernoulli's principle on the internet. This suction draws product through an orifice called a metering tip. The metering tip might be in the dispenser or in the product container. All you really need to remember from this discussion is that aspirators suck. And wall-hung dispensers need to be replaced with platforms. By contrast, the how-to platform uses computer-controlled, positive displacement pumps that are factory calibrated and remain calibrated in use. Practical experience has shown that aspirators can only be used for products that are diluted from 1 to 16 ounces per gallon. This means that the products have to be 80 to 95% water. That is a horrible amount of wasted space, wasted transportation fuel and wasted packaging. This is not sustainable. Most of the how-to solutions have 0 to 20% water. The exception is a 2 solution that has 80% water, but it's still an 1/8 ounce per gallon sanitizer. No one can offer an 1/8 ounce per gallon sanitizer through a wall-hung dispenser. The how-to solutions are the epitome of sustainability. This graph shows activity and water content for solutions and wall-hung products. How-to solutions are very high in activity. The competition is very low. That makes how-to sustainable, space-saving, cost-saving, fuel-saving, and package-reducing. The products used in wall-hung dispensers are not sustainable. Now let's look at the dispenser. The dispenser always has a valve, and should have a backflow preventer since they are attached to public water systems. And they have a container of product. Some wall-hung dispensers attach a selector valve in front of the aspirator so that they can wedge in more products in less wall space. These selector valves introduce gross contamination between sometimes incompatible products. Always throw away the first container after changing products. The two major types of wall-hung dispensers are shown here. Ada would show you pictures of actual units, except Ada doesn't want to get sued. Besides, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. And they all suck. The how-to platform does not require a backflow preventer since it is mobile and not hooked up to the public water system. It can't cause a cross-connection or any other plumbing problem. It uses a separate calibrated pump for each solution and it can be operated with essentially no cross-contamination. The first problem with a wall-hung dispenser is that it has to be hung on a wall in a janitor's closet. Since janitors' closets are often small and used for many things, wall space is a limited commodity. Closets are often located far from where the products are used. Manufacturers will claim that dispensers can be hung in less than an hour. The reality is that issues always come up and it will take multiple hours to install each one. The second problem is the water hookup. Wall-hung dispenser should never be attached to a slop sink faucet. Sadly, that is the only source of water and where they are almost always attached. These faucets are needed for other activities and the dispenser attachment is always in the way. Worse yet, they violate plumbing codes and cause cross-connections which waste huge amounts of energy. The plumbing code violations are primarily because valves are not allowed to be installed downstream from these backflow preventers. Bet your supplier didn't tell you that. Cross-connections are also caused by that downstream valve. If the hot and cold water are left on at the faucet, water will flow back and forth depending on other water use. This can waste thousands of gallons of hot water. Your supplier didn't tell you that either, did he? The next problem is cost. Since the how-to platform is an applicator and work platform, the dispensing function is free. If you pay for your dispenser, it could cost you as much or more than a platform. With the platform, you get dispensing for free. Plus, you receive an all-surface applicator and a convenient work platform. And you get up to 9 product selections and the water rinse. That is twice the options of the most expensive wall-hung dispenser. And the platform is computer-controlled and pump-driven. If your supplier told you that you would get your dispenser for free, he was fibbing. You will pay through the nose in higher product cost. You must look at use cost to learn the truth. Calculating the cost is easy with how-to solutions. For solutions A2, B2, C2, and D2, your average use cost per gallon is your single bottle cost divided by 100. For competitive products, multiply the container cost by the use rate in ounces and divide by the bottle volume in ounces. There are 68 ounces in a 2-liter bottle. For solution H2, which is your hand soap, Your average cost per liter of hand soap is the cost of the solution container divided by 10 to 16 depending on your dilution choice. For the hand soap replacement cartridges, divide the case cost by the cartridges in the case. Wow, what a rip-off those things are. One of the great features of the How-To platform is the accuracy of its dilutions. How-To positive displacement pumps are precise and they're factory calibrated, providing accuracy of plus or minus 2%. The next problem with wall-hung dispensers is their lack of accuracy. Concentrations may vary for a lot of reasons. Temperature, height of product in the container, viscosity of product, clogged metering tips, water hardness deposits, but most of all, water pressure. Water pressure dramatically controls water flow but has little effect on detergent flow. Claims made by suppliers will generally be based on 30 psi water. Even if you have 30 psi one day, you won't the next. The range of public water pressures is 15 to 100 psi. This means that water flow could easily change plus or minus 100%, changing the concentration of the product 100%. When you think you're getting a 2 ounce per gallon disinfectant, it could be anywhere from less than 1 ounce to more than 4 ounces per gallon. A major supplier of disinfectant just put out a document bragging that their dispenser is much more accurate than this because it contains a pressure regulator. Even this dispenser is plus or minus 7%. The How-To platform is plus or minus 2%. We have shown that the wall-hung dispenser is a primitive dilution method with many problems. How-To platforms are modern computer-controlled devices that resolves all of these problems and provide fingertip control and accuracy of plus or minus 2%. Try one yourself by going to howtoplatforms.com and purchasing one. You will be amazed at how inexpensive they are and how much they improve your operations.